In this video, I'm going to talk about the best coins along with leverage, and I'll go through two different trading strategies that you can implement and the various coins that go along with each strategy. But before I get into the strategies, it's extremely important to understand how I'm thinking about the market right now because the strategies are based off where I think we're going next. So in my opinion, we've put in the lows for Bitcoin and 74K was the low, and we're going to go up from here. Why do I believe this? Well, I believe this because of global M2 money supply breaking out, and this has a super strong correlation with Bitcoin's price action, even in the short term. So if we look at this chart here, we can see how closely global M2 and Bitcoin have correlated in the past. And as we can see, with the 12-week lead, Bitcoin has been breaking out, and I expect Bitcoin and the rest of the crypto market to follow upwards. So now let's get into the first trading strategy that I have, which is basically called longing the fastest horse for breakouts. And I have Dogecoin, Pepe, and SHIB for this strategy. And I have this strategy because during Bitcoin's last previous breakout from the 70K range, Dogecoin and the top meme coins were some of the best performers, right? So if we look at Dogecoin when Bitcoin broke out from the 70K range, right? This was in October, and right when Bitcoin broke out, right? It broke out like November, right? Start of November. We can see how quickly Dogecoin followed, and Dogecoin actually went up a ton. It went up like 230% very quickly because of the hype that comes around the time of making new highs. And I also like to put the other three top meme coins in the same category because these top meme coins, so basically, sentiment has been so bearish for so long. And when sentiment flips from bearish to bullish, capital rotates into well known tokens and tokens in the top 30 by crypto market cap specifically. So that's why I have Dogecoin, SHIB, and Pepe. And the reason I've chosen meme coins is because meme coins are the most price reflective this cycle. So when there's bullish sentiment and there starts to be hype in the markets, that's when you see meme coins take off. And just how Dogecoin took off before, I believe it'll do it again with the hype that comes from making new highs for Bitcoin, right? So basically, meme coins historically rally when Bitcoin starts looking more bullish and starts breaking out. And Dogecoin, I believe, will lead this move. Now let's look at Pepe and SHIB. So first of all, look at Pepe. So very similar story for Pepe. I did even better than Dogecoin as well, right? It went up like 240%. And right now, like the charts all just look to be on very strong support levels. As you can see, it historically has bounced a lot from this, 60 cent level. And so I really like Pepe here as well. And then I also like SHIB, but I like SHIB the least out of the three. So we can see how similar story, right? It just keeps happening every time. I know that every coin went up here, but relative to other coins, these meme coins did outperform the rest of the market, right? And that's what you want to do. You want to be just outperforming and find the best risk reward ratios. So I also like SHIB here, and I think it can do a similar move if we see a Bitcoin breakout. I just like it the least of the three because I feel like it's worse meme and it's like Pepe and Dogecoin are more undervalued relative to SHIB. I'm not that bullish on SHIB. That's just my opinion, right? Obviously, you can do what you want. This is not financial advice. So yeah, Dogecoin and Pepe for longing the fastest horses when Bitcoin does break out and starts reaching these, over 110 and starts hitting 120, etc. That's when you're going to see a huge rally from all the altcoins, but I think specifically the top meme coins. Okay, now let's go into the second strategy, which is basically the short squeeze strategy. And a lot of these altcoins have been getting hit really hard for a while. And here I have Celestia and Injective as the two coins. So first of all, let's look at Celestia. And the reason I chose these two coins is because they've had the most shorting pressure for the longest period of time, right? So Celestia has been down only since like February, right? Since February 2024, it has built up a lot of short interest. So a lot of people have been short for a long period of time, and they've always been incentivized to short every time it went up because that's what's been happening every single time. So basically everyone is positioned for this thing to keep going down. And if the price can start going up, right? So when Bitcoin breaks out, all the altcoins will go up. And then you'll have so many people who are currently short in this coin that will have to buy back the longs, which will create a ton of buying pressure because a ton of people are forced to liquidate. And I believe coins like Celestia have the most amount of capital that can short squeeze, right? That's what if you don't know what short squeeze is, basically when the people who are shorting the market are forced to sell and sorry, forced to buy the token because, they got liquidated or whatever, and then that makes the price go up, causing more people to have to buy back the token, and then it just keeps going up and it gets pretty crazy. And I also like this because last time last time Bitcoin broke out, it went from, it doubled basically. It went up 100%. And currently the price is actually even lower. It's like half the price it was here. So I believe there's a very strong likelihood that we see a very strong bounce with even more shorting pressure than was present at this time. Right over here, there was a lot of shorting pressure from all the way from February, but now there's even more as we've had more time for the market to work through all the support that was remaining. And now there's just like the diamond handed people, the people who are probably not going to sell because of all the things that this coin has been through and the amount of shorts on it. And I also like Injective for a similar reason, right? If we look at the chart for Injective, where is it? Right here. So this coin, very similar story. It's really been down only since March of 2024. So basically all the same points kind of apply. A lot of short pressure, and we can see how, like, similar story, this thing doubled as well last time you had a Bitcoin breakout because of the amount of people who are off sides in terms of longing this thing, and all the momentum downwards being quickly reversed can cause the price to go up very quickly. And there's actually a ton of examples for these kind of situations. You can look at Psy, etc. So there's definitely other good coins that can short squeeze, but those are just two that I think look really good because of the amount of time they've been going down for. And these are obviously more of a high risk play, and the timing is important for these two because it could keep going down and you might get liquidated. But personally, I don't think we hit new lows when it comes to Celestia. And Injective's already bounced off a lot from the lows. So, yeah, it might not be a good time for Injective, but Celestia still looks like a good time to get in. Obviously, this is just not financial advice, and these are riskier plays. I'm kind of just sharing this so that you're aware that this is an option. Obviously, you can do what you want. But personally, I actually prefer the Dogecoin and Pepe plays as they're quite safer. And Pepe does seem to be quite strong right now. It's already making new highs, higher lows. Dogecoin hasn't made a higher high, but I also believe that we won't see lower lows for Dogecoin. I'd actually be surprised if we go below some of these from the support at 15 cents, right? So this is just how I'm thinking about the best coins to long and the two trading strategies I have in mind. And basically the move is you just want to capture this move with the tokens that will perform the best. And however you achieve that, is up to you. But yeah, thanks for watching this video, and hopefully you learned something. And let me know if you have any questions, write down in the comments. Make sure to subscribe, and thanks for watching.